And this is where we'll see the Invisible Man. I'm either expecting something amazing or something like Hereditary that everyone loves but only I hate. We'll find out. See, in Canada, we call restrooms washrooms. When I first moved to LA, people found me weird for saying washroom. But it's very normal here.
Huh?
Hiya, Reg, old buddy.
Hey, no, you ruined my act. Behold the vanishing American. No, cut that out. Stop. Hey, watch it. I didn't see that. I didn't see that. I did not see that.
Holy shit, that was fucking insane. I love this one. Give me a little to process. I think I'm going to sleep this one over before I talk to you guys properly about it, because there's a lot of positive things to say here. We might just have the best movie of the year so far on our hands. Yep, that's how far it went. That's how far I'm going to take it. Okay, let's see it in a couple of hours. So, just when you think that Blumhouse is on the decline after all the crap that they have put out this year so far, bam, they strike back with this little movie called The Invisible Man. And this really seriously came out of nothing. I was like seriously amazed by how well this was done. You have incredibly great directing. You have incredible great acting with Elizabeth Moss in the lead. And the cinematography is just like knocks it out of the park. This is also a very interesting idea. I really wonder why it took this long to put the source material that is from the 30s to the modern age, because that is exactly what works so incredibly well in here. The script is written like almost nearly perfectly. The whole entire story starts very, very subtly, which is not very common for a Blumhouse movie. They are not really good with subtlety usually, but this one really starts off subtle as hell and then goes completely bonkers at some point. And this guy who did it, what's his name again? I'm bad with names. And Lee Whannell, I hope I pronounced that right. He has been in the game for quite some time. We've seen him as a writer. He did the Saw movie, the original one, and also Upgrade was also from him. And this is, I would say, easily his best film so far. The cinematography is also something that is incredibly delightful to look, because the threat in this movie is an invisible one. You get to see a lot of shots of empty rooms, of couches, of blankets on the floor and stuff like that. And you're literally staring at a blanket or at a couch and you're fucking nervous. That is how genius this movie works. There's a lot of playing with lighting and general movements. There's this scene when it comes to the cinematography that totally blew me away, that I, for one, don't even know how they pulled it off. Where the Invisible Man, it happens in a hallway of this institution, and the Invisible Man kills off a bunch of cops, and it's this continuous one take, and you're just sitting there wondering how in the world they did this. The story is actually quite simple. A woman leaves her very abusive husband and tries to start a new life on her own, but that dude found a way to make himself invisible and is now kind of terrorizing her entire life. And what starts as some slow little uneasy moves soon end up being incredibly deadly and incredibly life-threatening, and the whole entire thing just drives you insane, because you can just see how this woman's life is falling apart, and Elizabeth Moss really puts a lot of pain into her character, and you can really feel what she is going through the entire time. If they would keep going with this whole entire Dark Universe concept in this type of style, and not in that weird Tom Cruise The Mummy style. This could actually work as a universe concept and not just as individual films. Let's just see where Universal takes this whole entire thing with the help of Blumhouse. I was really getting worried about Blumhouse because they were really putting out a bunch of crap this year so far. So this was pretty amazing. And this now comes the part of the video where I have to talk about things that I didn't like. And there is very few things that I didn't like here. Hardly anything at all. There's just maybe a few little plot holes towards the end. But then again, the ending was so cleverly made. It was such an anticlimactic, clever end that was so completely satisfactory, and also even leaves room for a sequel, which I would love to see. So without further ado, there's not much more than I can say than go see this. This is so far definitely the best movie of the year I've seen. I am feeling a strong 8 or a weak 9. I have to see where the number lands as soon as the dust settles and a couple of days have passed after I've seen this film. But there is no way you guys should miss this. This is so far really the best movie 2020 has yet to offer. So really, if you're going to spend your money in the cinema for something, this is the one I'd go for. Fuck everything else. This one's really the best so far. And if we take a look at our chart, yes, we have a new number 1 right there. And it is very deserved. Very much deserved.